Alright, this one goes out to all my people who wanna all my people who wanna learn how to draw, but don't know how. So look, I wouldn't consider myself an expert in the field. I just like this is a good starter, alright? Um so you wanna draw, let's say, like you wanna draw figures. This is how I draw figures. So this is actually something I picked up from another artist. I'm gonna have to find his video that he made about it. If I can, I might at him, but I mean, it's a drawing technique. It's not like I stole some of the dude's art. And you know, I find myself changing a lot of things up quite a bit when it comes to drawing figures. But like if you look at how I used to draw them and how I draw them now, they are completely different. This has gone through so many stages. So we're just gonna handle a couple different views. So first off, we're gonna do like a partial side profile, not like complete side profile. So you'll see what I mean. So first off, get yourself a nice circle in here. That one sucks. Okay, that's a pretty good circle. These lines don't have to be super neat. Alright, now get yourself a nice little line going through that circle. Draw a little circle where the line meets or intersects the circle. Now you're going to want to draw a line coming down, pointing down. That's your chin, as you can see. And you can add a little ear. Boom. So that's your person. Well, kind of, almost. That's your face. Now, for the actual person, what you're going to do. Now, necks vary in thickness a lot, so you can do kind of like a little pencil neck, you know, for a smaller figure. However, you already know me. You already know what I'm into. I'm drawing like Greek gods out here, okay? I'm drawing these big chiseled physiques because I think they look cool. So you're gonna get your neck in here, and you're gonna get your traps coming down. You know, those big neck muscles. Now, the traps can kind of vary too. So there's actually some other different ways to draw the traps. You can draw them as like a curve, you know, kind of curving down if you're doing more bodybuildish, but with a neck that thin. Actually, I might want to thicken that neck up a little bit. Hang on. Okay, that works for now. But yeah, so for now, I guess just draw little diagonal lines. Now, circle for the shoulders. Now, this is the perspective that I draw most of the time. Now, once again, shoulders vary too. You can make these little small shoulders with these big traps. I don't know, maybe they focus on traps only. They don't work out any other muscles in their bodies. Once again, this is your character. Do as you please. You can have even smaller shoulders. You can have big, like, old 80s era Dragon Ball Z shoulders that doesn't look quite right. So yeah, I'd say about that is reasonable. Okay. Now you're going to want to draw this in. You're going to want to draw a diagonal line coming here and just an ever so slightly diagonal line coming down. Now you're going to add a line in there. Now add a line coming down through the middle. Now what you're going to want to do in the center, draw a box. Now you're going to draw like a pentagon, you know? You're going to draw yourself a little pentagon right there. Now you're going to draw into here. So you're going to draw these two lines right here, and then you're going to add a circle, and then you're going to draw this one small line coming down from that circle, and then a big line coming here. And then you're going to do that again. This time, the line curves inwards. We'll twist. Now, usually the line would curve here, it would curve outward more, but you can add that on later. Okay. And for your fist, just draw a boxing glove, essentially, is what I call it. Now, for this other side, what I like to do, I draw a line coming down. And it's up to you whether or not you want to draw a line going through there. Usually, I don't. Draw a line coming down here, and then another one coming down here. Now we're going to add yourself a circle. That's where the wrist joint is. Now, draw a line coming outwards, and then draw it connecting back in. Now you're going to bring your fist down, make your boxing glove. Good, you have just drawn both arms. Now we're going to get into the legs. The legs is just the same thing as the arms, but there's some variation to it. So next, you want to make sure you don't make your legs too short. I used to make that mistake very, very commonly, especially when the picture were cut off right here. Well, that doesn't work quite as well. Especially if the picture were cut off, say, somewhere around here, I'd end up making the knee joint too, high up, which would end up making the calves come here, and that's like gorilla proportions. We don't want gorilla proportions, because we're not gorillas, so we're people. We're in proportion to other people. So what you're gonna do, bring it down a little bit. Make sure your boxing glove meets about midway through the thigh, and then draw a circle. Same thing on the other side. It just comes down a little. Boom, circle. Now, much like the forearm, you're gonna draw a line coming out here, and draw it coming back down here. Now you're gonna draw a line coming out here, but this time it's gonna curve, and then it's gonna come down. And that is going to be your lower leg and calf. Hang on, I need water. Okay. Other side. So you're gonna draw a line coming out there. Now, what I'd say you should do, draw this, and then don't finish it. What you do, kind of draw a line coming down through here as like your bone that goes down the middle of the shin, your shin bone. And yeah, no, I think I made that just a little bit too big. Okay, there we go, that's better. And it's just needs to be a bit longer. And you're just gonna draw part of a triangle out here. And then you're gonna start coming out, curve in, curve out. That. Make sure you don't set the curve too far forward. Set it a little farther back. And you're gonna curve down. Draw there. Draw your instep. And then the heel. And boom, that's a pretty good person. Now we can add on to that. And the thing is, this is like interchangeable for every character. And you can make adjustments to this. You can make the legs shorter, the arms shorter. You can make them skinnier. You can make them wider, There's tons of options. And this works for women too. This is just for men right now. I'll go over women later. Oh, we're not finished yet. Okay. Now you're going to draw a line coming in here. And we're just going to go ahead and add some muscle detail. Now, you can come in and just make sure it's not like a complete circle. Make sure it kind of, droops down a little bit. The muscle might be bigger down. The muscle usually is bigger down here than it is up here. Now, what you want to do, starting from like this corner, kind of where the traps meet the shoulder joint, draw a line. And same thing on the other side. Now, you don't have to do a lot in terms of the limbs. It's mainly just the torso where you might want to draw all this in. Now, you can draw these coming out a little bit, or you don't have to if you don't want to. Sometimes it's just a stylistic choice. I draw them here because that's what the Dragon Ball Z art style did a lot, and that's like the art style that I would say the best with, other than like my own that I've kind of developed throughout the years. Okay. Now, not everyone's abs are going to be perfectly clean, like chiseled out, cut, and everything, you know? So what I like to do, you don't have to do that from the start. What I like to do is just get the general shape of the abs overall. Remember, less is more. So before we start on the abs, actually, for side perspective, this will be different for front perspective, but for a perspective like this, I'm going to curve in and then come down. And this is the part that connects into the crotch. And I'm going to come in, curve might be slightly apparent. Now for the abs. Come down, because the top set of abs is always bigger, or longer, I don't know. Curve in slightly, and then come down. Same thing on the other side, curve in slightly, come down. And you can come down pretty far in there. Actually, on second thought, see, even I'm learning as I'm showing you this tutorial. You might just come down as one big even spot. And see, you already have a segment here going down the middle, and you already kind of have a line here, line here, line here. But like I said, you don't have to add that in yet, you know? So. And there you go. You can add some lines in there if you want to. But yeah, that's that perspective. So now let's cover this perspective right here. I need more water. Sorry if my water bottle's loud. Okay. So, like usual, we're going to start again with the head. So, you just want to start with a circle. It doesn't have to be completely perfect, just do your best. That's art at the end of the day, your best. Draw a line down the middle, circle in the middle, and now you're going to come in, and chins might vary from art style to art style, but usually I just draw it in as a point, and then I'll modify it later on when I'm actually drawing the picture. Because different characters might have different jaw lines or chins or facial features and stuff. Now you want to draw in your ears. Okay, pretty good. Now this is actually the borrowed part of the art style. So when I'm drawing this figure over here, I just took this and kind of turned it a little bit. So what you're gonna do, two lines coming in here, kind of meet in the middle a little bit. Now once again, your neck thickness is gonna vary depending on the character. So let's say you're drawing like Hulk. You might not make the neck. You might make it curve out a little bit before making it curve inwards. That doesn't look quite right. I mean, for the Hulk, the traps will come higher up. However, let's say you're drawing like Spider-Man, you know? neck muscles might come in a little more here, and your neck might be a bit longer, so your traps might be down here. So let's just stick with this for now. Okay, so now that we have this, what you're gonna do, circle here, circle here. Now, you're gonna bring these in here, bring these parts in, and bada boom. Now, draw a line going down the middle. And draw your box. Now you're just gonna come out, draw your lines out, and you're gonna do your pentagon from before. Now we can do the arms, 2 lines down, circle, and 1 line outward, come back inward, 1 line outward, come back inward, and straight down, circle for wrist joint, other arm, line coming down, circle, come out, come in, circle. Sometimes I draw the circle, sometimes I start on the other side. Come down, come in, straight down. Now, if your arms don't match up in length perfectly, sometimes people's arms don't really match up in length perfectly. You should try to get, nigh perfect symmetry, near perfect. I guess nigh perfect wouldn't be technically wrong either. I'm not sure. I don't speak Old English. I'm not Shakespeare. All right, come down, and it's just your boxing glove shape from earlier. Come in, thumb. Come down, line out, up, in, out, in, boom, boxing glove. Now, I'm not gonna finish the leg. It's the same thing, essentially. But you get it. Come down. Now, muscles here. So what you're gonna do, line, line, down, in, down, up. And now, what you're gonna do here, instead of coming in, well, it does do that sometimes. Typically, for something like this, you'll just, it'll just come straight down, and boom. You can kind of come in if you want. I don't know. No. Box going straight down. And once again, you can adjust the size of the traps and stuff, Or those aren't the traps, those are the lats. But yes, you can adjust the size of the traps, the lats, whatever. You can adjust the size of the biceps, the triceps. Okay, now we're gonna do some side profile. Now, keep in mind, I'm not that great with side profile. So, what you're gonna do, circle. Now, this is where I'm kind of iffy on stuff. See, I used to draw a circle, boom, boom. But see, now apparently Coolleen, a person called Coolleen, says, don't come straight down like this. That's a crime. That looks ugly. However, you have to realize, sometimes people just look like this. Sometimes someone might come straight down. And sometimes someone might come in more. At the end of the day, it does not matter what your art looks like, as long as it looks good. Even if it just looks good to you, or to a select few people, as long as you like your art and you're happy with it, that is the most important part. Why does my brightness keep fluctuating? Now you're gonna come up, ear, ear. Now, I actually have a couple different ways of doing side profiles. So, that circle sucks. That's the best. Another one I do, I might do that just from the side, draw that, and come in, and then I might just add the nose later on. However, I'm starting to like this one more, so I'm gonna stick with this. Now, remember, your neck's not gonna start from here. That looks too thick. But your neck also isn't going to start from back here, unless maybe your character might have a bit of a hunch or just a small neck. Typically, what you would do on the final product, you might have part of this erased out, and your neck kind of springs from out here, and then starts the back of the head. Now, this person does have kind of a hunch, but hey, don't we all? I mean, no one stands up perfectly straight all the time, you know? Now, trap muscle might come back a little bit, or maybe they don't have a ton of trap muscle. Once again, your art, you decide. Your character, you decide. Okay. So, that might come down, and then, here, I'm gonna get rid of this part. It's a bit of an eyesore currently. And, let's get rid of this circle. That can be a better circle. I need to restart that. Alright, get that circle in there. This part coming down. That's where your chest is. Come down. And you just want to curve in, boom, ever so slightly. Now you can segment it there, and you might draw a line coming in here. Now draw a box. Now this is just a typical anime character thing, but that typical anime stance, it looks something like this one over here, but sometimes, this is especially apparent whenever, say you go look at, say you go look at like an action figure of a character. The back will be arched a bit more. The shoulders will be back. The crotch will be poked out. Not like that, weirdo. They might be like poking their crotch out a bit more. So just kind of mimic that here, I guess. Boom. And now from the side, everything is angular, okay? So come in like this. Boom. Now, you're coming down here. What you're gonna do, you're gonna add that, and you might try and kind of make that detail a little bit apparent on the other side. Add that, that's gonna be your butt cheek down there that curves in. The part's gonna come in, and think of it as like a joint on an action figure. This part of drawing the actual circle and underside is kind of borrowed a little bit from David Finch. He's a famous comic artist. But as you can see, that's a pretty good side profile. So, draw your leg in. And, you might see the other leg on the other side. And draw lines coming down. Draw a line out. And then draw that coming in. Straight down, straight down, come out, boom, in, out, in, fist. And you can kind of try and draw the arm on the other side, the other arm on the other side. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And yeah. The water's right here. So the next lesson I do is probably going to be something to do with like anatomy of like muscles and stuff. Because I draw a lot of muscular characters, even women, because like, you know, they exist. It's just a natural thing in our reality. What line is it that is not apparent to be getting deleted right now? I'm not sure. Either way. Ah, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Either way, that's kind of just a basic rundown of, you know, your anatomy stuff. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be trying to upload a little bit more. So yeah. I will I'll see you folks later. I will have another video. I have another video. I don't have enough storage on my iPad right now to upload it. So yeah, it's like what, 30 minutes almost, I think. So, you know, that whole thing. I don't have enough storage to export it or something. But whatever. So, when I upload that, my way of drawing characters is probably going to be slightly varied. But yeah. So, I'll see you later. Peace.